Welcome to one of my classes. Hi, scholars. My name's Amanda Watts, and I am your lecturer for this semester. I wanted to open up by first saying welcome to the class and give you a little bit of a tour of what our Blackboard shells look like. So we will pull those up. None of these are your class because I wanted to show you what a populated class looks like to begin with. No matter which course you're taking from me, you're always going to have about the same set of left margin menus. You've got announcements, you've got a link to the syllabus, and you've got course content. To find where we start each week, start on that course content. In here, you'll see every week, starting with the 1st, running through the 8th or 16th, depending on the term size. And we're always working towards a final portfolio or final exam. So this is what a course will look like towards the end there with everything populated. But in order to sort of ease you in slowly, I have hidden the rest of those weeks so that when we start, you pull open and you click on that content. Here in week 1, you'll just find week 1. There's usually a little overview at the beginning before you even open the week that gives you an idea of what is inside this week's assignments. I've encapsulated everything you need in that week folder. You can work entirely from that content menu by week and just go through and work every item that is in class. So, for example, here in this class, we've got an email etiquette assignment. There's a PDF of a lecture here. This is written. There might be some embedded videos. You can see here, if it just looks like a document icon, it's just an item. This is just information for you. It might have clickable, downloadable items within that. If you see this little, what is that, thumbtack? That is code for a discussion board. Those are linked where you can go, create your own thread, start the assignment, and when this is populated with student threads from your peers and colleagues, you'll be able to click on those, read them, and reply to them. All of that from that content page. If there are announcements for the class, they will be located under announcements here. I will also always click the button to have it sent directly to the email address that you have on file. So you should be able to catch those as soon as they are published. Other than that, I believe there are journals are the other secret code that we can have a look at here. Now, how many courses could you possibly take from me? Over the years, many. I teach from 100 to 400 level courses in English and the humanities mainly. Let's look for what a journal looks like. All right, you can see here we've got an item. This is just information. It's got a clickable download here. You've got a journal, that big fancy J. For my course specifically, in general, Blackboard is very customizable for each lecturer. So I set all of your journals to be private. Only you and I can see those. Contrastly, you've got, here we had another item where I've got readings here with clickable downloads and embedded videos. We've got a discussion board here. This is viewable by all of your peers and colleagues. This is where you have your in-class discussion even when we're far away in asynchronous courses or distanced. Down here, you can see assignments. This little ruler and pencil, that is where you upload an assignment. Click on this. It will ask you to write a submission or attach a file. In general, most of the time, you're going to need to, oh, what did I do? You're going to need to attach a file, and it's going to be a Microsoft Word document or a PDF, depending on the particular piece, whether or not we've got design elements in it that you might need a PDF. If you choose write text submission, you can copy and paste information in here if that is your preference, though you won't have control over document design. And for most of my classes, document design matters. If you write a comment down here, I will get that in a little sort of bubble to the right of your assignment upload. So if there's anything you need to tell me, these pop up when I open your assignments. So feel free to add any comments or questions you have about that assignment here in this comment area. And then you can click the submit button. You'll notice in the syllabus, I've got some top tips for discussion boards, and in there I kind of cover some of Blackboard's idiosyncrasies. Generally, when you are uploading information or submitting, make sure that that is not the only copy. Blackboard has a way of glitching or erroring as you submit, and if you typed out this long, loving discussion board and you love everything you said, and then it says error, it's gone forever. So here, let me just grab some text and I will show you my best tip for creating content. All right, so you've got your message here. You're creating your discussion board thread. If you are typing it in or if you're pasting it in, you can put that in there. What I would do if I typed this from scratch is I would just highlight the entire thing, copy it, and then when you hit submit, if there's an issue, like you didn't hit the subject line, test one, if there's an issue, all you have to do is click paste in there again. So copy if you're typing it in so that you don't lose it if the submission goes wrong, and you should be fine. I just want you to be able to succeed from day one as quickly as possible. If the tools button is open for you, if we've got a synchronous class where we've got lectures and things, you've got access to the journal link, the discussion board, calendar, as well as either Zoom or Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and that's where we will be having our meetings. If it is a synchronous class, that will be linked here in your toolbar. Other than that, I think if you just work from this left menu, and I've got everything you need to succeed for each week in here. I've kept it to discussion boards. Your thread is due Fridays. So if there's a discussion board with this little thumbtack, that's a Friday thread. And that way you've got sort of 2 days for your colleagues to be able to respond. If you like to work ahead, feel free to put that thread up whenever you want during the week, but that guarantees that if there's nobody else to talk to yet in the board, you won't have to stay up until Sunday at 11 o'clock at night waiting for someone else to respond so that you can reply. So you've got threads are due on Fridays, just so we have time for a couple of days to have those responses and create conversations. Everything else that is due in a week is always due Sunday by midnight. That does not mean you need to turn it in on Sundays. I've done that for the flexibility of your personal scheduling. If you're in an asynchronous class or if you're in a synchronous online class, you've got this option of turning everything in by Sunday at midnight for that week. That gives you the freedom to do it on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday and be done. That also gives you the freedom if you work full time or if you're on orders somewhere, you have that weekend time as well. So I hope that helps you on just how to navigate and get through this first week. And welcome to the class.